How's it going, guys? This is Forensic Forex with Deontay, and I'm back with another video. This is your daily update for Australian dollar versus US dollar. And as we can see, after trading down into that fair value gap that we're talking about today on Thursday, I know you guys can see the Friday candle has already opened and started. It's okay. Thursday today gave us a pullback. Wasn't a major pullback, but it's a small range candle. So I just want you to take note of what just happened today. We had a large range candle yesterday on Wednesday. Today on Thursday, the market printed us a small range candle. Once again, Larry Williams' teachings from his book is showing itself right here again in recent price action. Large range cycle back down to a small range cycle. After a large range candle, you're most likely going to anticipate a smaller daily range. So a smaller setup. You're not looking for 100, 200 pips. At times, it may print another large candle, but odds of that doing it, it's probably less favorable. I'd rather just say, hey, wait on the sidelines, wait for a small day. It's when I get the small trading days when I get the opportunity to attack the next trading day. Think about that. When you get the small days, that's when you're most likely going to kick into the large range either tomorrow. And the same thing can be said vice versa for the higher time frames. If you get a small weekly range, maybe next week would be the large range that you're looking for. Now we have this fair value gap here that was created from this candle's low to this candle's high. If price is going to continue to be bearish, I would rather see it trade up into this and make a lower swing high and continue to trend lower. But if that's not the case, price may trade up a little bit beyond the fair value gap, trade into an old low. Remember, this is still a PD array that we can use, an old low, or trade back into this bearish order block we have here, and price continue to go lower. If we were to look at it from the 1 hour perspective, this is what it looks like. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today, Friday. Even though Friday's candle has already started at 5 p.m., right? It starts around like 5:01, 5:02. There's a little delay there, I believe. Even though Friday's candle has already started, we're breaking it down on the 1 hour and using IPTA True Day Open here to show it and depict it to you. Sunday's opening price, the weekly opening price, is the order block's price point as well. So that's very interesting. We also have this Asian session high that hasn't been liquidated yet. We also have this high that hasn't been liquidated yet. So it's very interesting to see that these are still left open. Normally, Asian session, in my opinion, through my history of trading, I've noticed eventually both sides of the Asian session will be traded through. The buy side, the high, and the sell side, the low. Eventually, not tomorrow, maybe not next week, sometimes in the near future. Take some time for where price is going. It eventually gets back to that high that it left open or that low that it left open. You can see here, look at how price comes down. This Asian session high was left open, just as an example. Price trades down, comes up, comes down, and it finally gets back to that Asian session high. And after taking out that buy side above that high, what does it do? It fades. And you'll notice here as well that both sides of this Asian session was already taken for Wednesday. Wednesday night, the Asian session low and high was taken on Thursday. We still have Tuesday's night Asian session, and we also have Monday's night Asian session, what is still available for buy side liquidity for the market to grab. Am I saying it's going to get there? Possibly. Do I know when it's going to get there? No, I do not. But I do know tomorrow's NFP, anything can happen. It's going to draw to the most obvious areas of liquidity and where the most obvious areas of stops are. Do not trade tomorrow. Everybody's going to try and twin trade, right? And trying to do a hedge trade, right? Open a buy and sell position. Most times that doesn't work, in my opinion. I've watched people do it, fail miserably. It knocks out your buy stops and it knocks out your sell stops, and then it runs in the true direction that it wants to go in. And then it might even consolidate for the rest of the day after NFP. So do not trade. Do whatever you can do. Paper trade it. Don't trade it seriously. Let this week pass. I always tell people, let the week pass. Let's trade next week, because you're most likely going to find yourself in a seek and destroy environment. You're going to feel like the London session is against you. You're going to feel like the New York session is against you. You're going to feel like the Asian session is against you. Leave it alone. Trade the next week. This one event on Friday is what's going to gear a lot of the retail traders to come in, put up all their money, bet all their chips, bet all their cards, and to lose it all, and to go home upset. But rather you not be upset, save your equity, and trade next week. Things will make more sense. If you look at the dollar as well, you can see dollar, like I said last episode, traded up into that and now gave a reaction down. If dollar is going to continue trading higher, I would like to see a higher swing low formation form. We have one here. That's a higher swing low compared to the lowest one that we have in this leg up. We have one there. We have one here. And we don't have one most recently in price action. I would like for it to most likely form below August's opening price. So a higher swing low below here, then go back up. If the market is truly going to be bullish. But as of right now, you can see how we're above the opening price for the month. Sell opportunities most likely are ideal here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a nice sell back down below the open, and then we get a nice buy opportunity back up. And then the market trends in one direction for August. Or this month completely gives us this, right? Gives us something like that, which would totally not be preferred because we don't want to trade in conditions like that. But it does happen. If you go back to some of the, I forgot which month it was. I think it was another month I was also doing AU. I believe it was AU. It was either AU or EU. One of those months was sideways. And I was having a very difficult time trading because the market wasn't making a distinctive move in one direction. Anytime we got that market structure shift, came right back down and held itself inside the range. It just accumulated orders for the entire month. That happens. And I'm just going to double check to see if it was actually AU. So I can show you guys. Yeah, it was April. Yeah. I think it was, I think it was AU. It was definitely AU. I was doing the daily tracking for AU. And I believe it was April that I was trading it for. And it was just trading back. It goes up, runs all the way down. Goes up, all the way back down. Think about that. That entire month was like that. Versus a month like May, trending all the way down. Versus a month like June, trending up. And then possibly making a turning point back down. Versus July. See how that market is much more suitable for a trader to trade in? Because they can probably piece something together and find the opportunity. This, hard. It's not favorable, the trading conditions like that. And you're going to run into months like that. As I do the daily tracking each month, as you go about it through the channel, you'll see and you'll gain experience with me watching the videos that not all months are equal. They're not. And you'll realize that you can't trade every single month. And there's some months you're going to tell yourself, I prefer to stay out of this market because most likely consolidates during this time of year. Most likely accumulates and builds up buy stops and sell stops and creates market sentiment for the next month. And then it unleashes itself. Hopefully this was insightful. Like I said, leave NFP alone. We'll get right back to the charts next week. Peace.